Hello, buddy, and welcome back to Top Rope Rally this week for episode 47.
47.
One step closer.
Yes.
Our big.
We're on the,
1
the
year.
road
1 year.
to the fast lane to
No,
year.
we're on the fast lane.
We're on the road to the fast lane to the year of Top Rope Reality.
1 year.
Big time.
How can we stand each other for 1 year?
I
know.
It's been hard.
Well, let's get started, folks, with a little wrestling news.
Big news coming out of the TNA camp this
Huge.
week.
Huge news.
Very big. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're not teasing about his weight because we're
We had
fat too.
everybody talking about this.
That's
and
true.
we're talking about it too.
Mick Foley was talking about it. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin was talking about it.
Well, Stone Cold trying to get him a job a long time ago.
A long time ago, and nobody bit then, and
Nope.
I don't know if they'll bite now, but ladies and gentlemen, no, it's official. The contract of Samoa Joe has come to an end, and he decided not to re-sign
Nope.
with TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we posted on our Facebook. This is what we're going to be talking about this week. What does that mean for the BDC? Okay, are they going to just dissolve it and say never mind? Because see,
No.
if John,
What is TNA?
if John Gerberk, or whatever his name is, Big John, if he was smart, he would have said, look, let me do pay-per-appearance for you until we can get you out of the storyline at the next set of tapings. We can attack you, we can put you out, we can have some kind of loser-leave match. That would have been smart business.
But you're talking about TNA, though.
I know that. So what does this mean for TNA? One of their big-time, like, homegrown, well, Ring of Honor made him big, but
10 years, though.
10 years he was in TNA, and he's gone. Now you've got people like Drew Galloway who's been signed. You've got people like Kurt Angle that are there. You got Bobby Lashley. Are we going back again?
And don't forget, Matt Hardy wants to sign on.
Matt Hardy is talking about signing on a full-time contract with
So-
TNA. How can you sign Drew Galloway? How can you sign Matt Hardy and not keep Samoa Joe around?
One of your
key
major pegs, yeah, one of your key players.
And even though
you
they
lost,
did say,
shouldn't you learn from when you lost AJ Styles
and Jeff Jarrett,
and Jeff Jarrett?
I mean, they did say that, there's been other people like Vince Russo and other people that have been in charge of creative that have really hurt the Samoa Joe character, which is totally true.
Oh, yes.
And they said that they were trying, with this reboot on Destination America, they were trying to build him back up. But really and truly, I don't feel that they were trying to do that. If they wanted to build him back up, they should have made him the leader of the BDC. Because putting him in the background of MVP, what did that do to help Samoa Joe?
Nothing.
I don't think it helped at all.
I can't even remember the last time Samoa Joe was at the top of TNA.
Exactly.
In any major storyline.
Exactly.
So.
And he had, in my opinion, the only 5-star match of the year for TNA, which was Daniels versus AJ versus Samoa Joe in a triple threat. Just look it up on YouTube. Just put that in there. One of the best matches ever, and it was the only top-tier match, in my opinion, for TNA.
Well, I believe that this is Samoa Joe's gain and TNA's loss.
It is. And I mean, he's already said he is shuffling through all kinds of different deals and stuff. They said even Triple H is interested in him, but Vince McMahon, not so much.
Well, Triple H runs NXT, so...
He runs NXT, but is that as high as Samoa Joe can go? Because Samoa Joe's got to think about that. For his future, if he can only go as high as NXT, then what's the point in signing on to a developmental deal?
Well, this will be interesting to see.
If he can make huge money like AJ Styles and go to New Japan and do select dates in Ring of Honor and do Pro Wrestling Syndicate, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, all those type things, House of Hardcore even.
That's true.
Then what's the point in going to NXT?
That's true.
But we'll see in the upcoming weeks who he goes with, because we'll be hearing a lot about that.
Oh, yeah. I believe. Within a couple of months, But
yes.
Probably after WrestleMania, the picture for Samoa Joe should be a lot better, clear.
Yes, we'll figure it out better then, yes.
Well, they've already teasing this Monday. They're going to put a tag team into the Hall of Fame for the WWE for WrestleMania weekend. Of course, I hope that the tag team they're teasing.
Here's the teases. Here's the teases I said. Number one, they're a tag team that wore camouflage.
Oh, okay. I know one team. Oh, I know two.
Exactly. Then they said that this tag team was, could it be brothers or family members?
Oh, I know one. Oh, I know two.
You know two.
Man.
Also, they said, how many tag team titles have they held?
I know one.
That's held WWE Tag Team title gold and other gold too. Also,
the other ones I'm not sure about. They might
Exactly.
have held one as well, but
not
this
WWE.
one, the other team held a lot of tag team gold.
Yes.
So.
I think this other tag team you're thinking of held gold outside of WWE.
Yes.
But the last thing was the
They heard a lot of sheep, I heard too.
Could it be that one of these members of this tag team's already been put in the Hall of Fame and could join Ric Flair as a two-time
That throws
Hall of
that.
Famer?
My two teams, that throws it into
Throws the whole thing out the window. But
Yes.
the two teams that we're thinking about, that the Camo goes for and the family members go for, number one is the Dudleys. They're fake half-brothers in storyline.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and they wore camo their entire WWE and ECW and all that. Well, ECW was
And Bubba Ray just came back.
That's true. What was it? ECW was tie dye, but in WWE
Yeah.
it was camo.
It was
The
camo.
other tag team that wore camo and that were actually related is the Bushwhackers.
Yes, formerly the sheep herders.
The
from
sheep herders,
NWA.
NWA, and other territories.
Oh yeah,
The sheep herders, they were a legit tag team.
they were.
Actually, I will give you this fun fact. My father's favorite tag team ever was the sheep herders. Once they became the Bushwhackers, he was so mad.
Oh, it was terrible.
He
Totally.
hated it. But he said they were, when he was growing up, the sheep herders were the most brutal tag team
Yes, they
in
were.
the territory days.
Yes, in NWA, you look it up.
They were horrible. I mean, they would destroy you. But then as they just became fun-loving as the Bushwhackers, because Vince had to have his hand in it and change everything
Of
up.
course.
But the family member, I mean, they're cousins.
Yes.
Their cousin Luke and cousin Butch, right?
Yes.
But they did not hold WWE Tag Team Gold.
Nope.
And the Dudleys and the Bushwhackers, none of those members of those teams have ever been in the Hall of Fame already.
No.
So it's very confusing, but I think it's one of those two teams.
Yes, I do too. On to next. We have a lawsuit filed
We have
against
a
CM
publicity
Punk.
son, yes.
The doctor, Chris Anime,
And-Man.
Ant-Man.
A-Man.
He's filed a
Something.
$1 million lawsuit against
The
CM
red-headed
Punk.
guy that's
Yes,
always on
the main
TV.
doctor.
Yes.
He's filed a $1 million lawsuit against CM Punk and
Colt
Colt
Cabana.
Cabana for the podcast they had. So we'll see how
On the
that
Art
goes.
of Wrestling podcast. Could he get some money out of it? I don't think Colt Cabana should be involved in the lawsuit. He didn't know what Punk
And
was going to say.
we'll see how that goes.
There's another lawsuit also that we don't have in our notes. WWE is denying they've ever gotten a lawsuit.
Oh, that's
from.
right.
They said that Nelson Frazier Jr.'s wife, or widow, I guess you'd call it now, which was Viscera, Big Daddy V,
Yes.
and what was his other name? Big Mabel, yes. King Mabel,
Yeah,
yes.
King Mabel. Yeah.
King Mabel. He was all three of those things.
The
They're
main
saying,
one.
yes, that's the main one. I forgot it because Viscera was better. Anyway, they are saying. Actually, I like Big Daddy V the best. But anyway, they are saying that his wife, his widow now, is suing the WWE for wrongful death. But WWE representative has said they have yet to receive
Right.
this 124-page lawsuit.
And we'll see how these
Could
two
be a
lawsuits.
publicity. Could be a publicity stunt.
We'll see how these two lawsuits go here.
This is interesting.
You know GWF, right?
Yes, Global Force Wrestling News right here.
And Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett.
Do you know who Jeff Jarrett wants in the company?
I hear he's an actor.
I heard he's an actor too.
And he's not The Miz.
It's not The Miz. It's the People's Champion.
The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. He even said, though, in the interview, he said him and The Rock almost came to blows many times backstage and did not get along. The Rock knows
Trust
where his
me.
bread is buttered.
Yes, because you trust me though, you get The Rock and GWF close together like that. I mean GFW.
GFW. They're going to be
close-
huge.
Hey, that's front page news right
Front
there.
page news. I don't think it'll happen,
I
though.
don't
He
think
knows
it
where
will
his bread is buttered, and Vince McMahon will have him money for the rest of his life if
Yes.
he wanted it.
Yes.
Also, Jake Roberts talks about a potential return to the WWE ring and says he will speak to Vince about a final match at WrestleMania 32.
They want it big. That's 100,000 seats you got to sell.
They want it big. I could see him
But I see
having a
Jake.
retirement match against Bray Wyatt.
But yes,
How cool
that's
would
what
that
he
be?
said. But he said Bray doesn't need Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts said that?
Yeah, Jake Roberts said that.
Bray Wyatt doesn't need it. Because
Then he
honestly,
went
if he
on-
has The Undertaker and beats The Undertaker,
Yes.
then where do you go from there?
Then he went on to say he came up with an idea of maybe someone wrestling him for the DDT, rights for the DDT. If he loses, this guy gets to use the DDT. Which I said, that works.
I mean, he's leaving anyway. He's not going to use it no more.
No. And he's willing to push somebody. I like it.
That's kind of like DDP should have done that with Randy Orton, in my opinion.
Yes.
But
I
they didn't
like
do
it. If Jake can get in shape, he's got a year, it could be
But
worse.
who has the DDT?
Nobody has a DDT.
No,
We
everybody
can-
just uses it as like just a throwaway
Right.
move.
But
Nobody
somebody-
uses it as a finisher anymore.
If they're smart,
Yes.
they can start building toward it. If they're
Building
not
it
going to have it, they can start
Yep.
building toward it. That brings Jake in.
Yep.
There's your bringing in for Jake.
Yep.
The guy uses the move on Jake.
Because he could come
At
in from
next
the
year's
old, like the old
Fastlane.
school. He could
Yes.
even do the old school Raw, and they could get into a little tussle or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
into a fight. Use the DDT on Jake, put Jake out until right before,
Yes.
right at Fastlane or whatever.
It writes itself.
It does right itself. Ladies and gentlemen, also speaking of Jake Roberts, the man who got him out of the rut he was in
Yes.
his life, DDP recently had to go undergo throat surgery.
Ooh.
This was bad.
Yes.
They said that
Then it
his
got
throat
worse.
completely closed up. He could not breathe.
And this was around the Royal Rumble.
Yes, this was very scary. I saw the whole. I read the whole thing.
Yes.
It was long too. He said he has now had a staph infection as a result.
In his throat. Yes.
That's bad.
But it's on
I've
the
had staph
mends.
infection on the outside of my body, on my arm. You can get rid of that.
Yeah,
You can
but-
cut that open. How you gonna do that to your throat?
Well,
That's
he
bad.
stays on the mend, so that's
He
good.
is-
That's good
he
news
is recovering from it.
for DDP.
Yes. Also, we have some
WrestleCade and Ring of Honor news.
WrestleCade and Ring of Honor.
Yes, I know. You said WrestleCade. That's in November, right? But they're already starting now.
Yes, and they're saying in August they're going to start talking about the pre-show matches.
Right.
I'm very excited for that. The Fan Fest. Scheduled to appear. It'll be Saturday, November the 28th, 2015. It'll be PJ Black. And you say, who's that?
PJ Black, is that a new guy?
PJ Black. Ladies and gentlemen, he used to be known as Justin Gabriel.
He's already got a sign.
Already got a sign up at the WrestleCade. Plus, Bobby, I can't spell, the Brain Heenan. Not he can't spell, I can't spell because I spelled Brian on there because I was going too fast. See?
Who's Brian? Who's Bobby the Brian Heenan?
I don't know. But Bobby,
But he'll be at WrestleCade.
Bobby the Brain Heenan will be at WrestleCade. And please, if you go there to support him and go see his tape. I mean, he has been in such bad health all these years.
Yes.
And he's still coming out to these events. So please take your time out to talk to him.
Yeah,
You
most
know,
definitely.
and I'm hoping they'll have, someone of his family members, there
Oh, yeah.
representing to help him
I
out.
bet his wife or son,
Somebody.
daughter will be there. Yeah.
Also, Chris Adonis. And you say, well, who's Chris Adonis, right?
Is that Adrian Adonis' son?
It would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Formerly known as Chris Masters.
Oh, the Master Lock.
So I guess it's the Adonis Lock now.
I guess it
Sounds
is.
kind of neat. I like it. Also, a legendary WCW performer will be there. He's one of the trainers for our boy Justin Overstreet. Ladies and gentlemen, Glacier will be there.
And already, and the list just is going to
It's
grow
going
and
to
grow and
grow
grow.
and grow, and we have one more that they've already announced for this week. I mean, this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a week. That's big stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the WrestleCade heavyweight champion will be there. The one we were just talking about earlier, taking on a contract, Matt Hardy.
So they got Matt Hardy.
He is already scheduled, so I don't think
Just last year,
I don't
like-
think he'll pull out of the event.
No.
He'll keep that booking.
Because last
He
year
might
they
lose the
had
belt
like
there.
125. Didn't they have like 125?
125, and we only got 5 so far.
5 so
Woo!
far. So that's going to be a lot.
So hopefully every week we'll have a few more names
yes,
to tell you.
I believe they'll do that.
Also, if you want to go to WrestleCade, which is in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I went last year. It was a great event. Over 3,000 people came.
And we know it's tough. Money's
Money
tough.
is very tough. So if you,
Which is a great thing they did that.
yes, if you have money issues and you want to do a payment plan, like put it on layaway.
Yes.
You can do that by going to WrestleCade.com/payment-plans and come up with payment plans. I've already looked at it. One of the payment plans was 4 payments of $16. I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
And that
And
is
then you can say I'm paying for an early Christmas present.
exactly. And if you want to do it that way, $16. The one that's $16 for four months. That literally is one of the best ones you can get. You get it's called Superstar. Basically, you get in the first 5 rows.
Wow.
And you get in early to the Fan Fest and to the wrestling part of it too. And you get part of your ticket. You actually get autographs from certain people.
$16 a month.
Exactly.
That's
For 4 months.
That's $4 a week.
Isn't that crazy?
You spend like $1 a day, and you still have 3 days left.
Exactly. It's
That is
amazing.
that's a great deal.
A
there.
huge deal right there. Also, we want to talk about once again the 13th anniversary show, March the 1st, because we're almost there. So we just
yes.
want to give a last teaser here. Las Vegas, Roderick Strong, B.J. Whitmer, grudge match. Moose taking on Mark Briscoe. They did an interview with Veda Scott and Moose's manager,
Yes.
and they both said that basically what they're looking at Mark Briscoe is he is a stepping stone to the other Briscoe.
Well, Moose is also being looked at
By WWE.
By WWE, yes.
Exactly. So could they underestimate Mark Briscoe though, trying to get to Jay?
They could.
Also, the Addiction, Daniels Gazarian taking on the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Michael Bennett, and the Bullet Club, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows, Luke Gallows also. The triple threat tag team match. Also, ODB taking on Maria. A huge,
Yes, I know.
huge women's match there, but Maria better have some tricks up her sleeve.
I believe she will have some tricks up her sleeve.
Also, this is a huge match for this one guy. He's 3 letters. It's not RVD, buddy.
No,
It's not RVD.
It's not RVD.
It is ACH. Ladies and gentlemen, ACH has lobbied for this match, and he even talked to Kevin Kelly about it. He wanted this match so bad that Ring of Honor is giving it to him, and what a perfect time for him to get this match, because AJ Styles, his opponent for the 13th anniversary show, has just become the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Now, will that title be
In
on
my
the line?
opinion, I don't think it'll be on the line, but in my opinion, if ACH beats him in a non-title event, not only should it give him motivation to go towards the Ring of Honor title, but it should give him that spot to say, look,
yes.
I should be able to go to New Japan and I should be able to fight you for this belt.
Oh, yes.
Also,
right.
in the Ring of Honor Tag Team title match, we talked about this last week. I want to give you a little more detail here.
Okay.
The Young Bucks taking on Red Dragon. Red Dragon are the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They were also the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions.
Right.
Now Young Bucks are the Junior Tag Team Champions. Okay, here's the thing. We were talking about how if Young Bucks can beat Red Dragon, they could do it again. They did not pin Red Dragon.
Oh.
They did not pin Red Dragon in New Japan at Osaka. Okay, in
Ah.
Osaka, Japan, they pinned one of the members of the Time Splitters, which is I can't remember the Japanese guy's name. It was Alex
Yes,
Shelley's
but
tag team.
But it wasn't.
It was not a member of Red
Ah.
Dragon. So I hope that means Ring of Honor and New Japan are saying, hey, we're doing this, so how about you do it that way so it'll make it look good? Because
yes.
that means the Young Bucks have not beat Red Dragon going into this match. So could Red Dragon still pull it off and keep the tag team titles?
That's true.
Because Young Bucks have not proved themselves.
You haven't beat
at Red
us.
Dragon. Exactly. You may have gotten our belts, but you have not beat us. So
That's
now
right.
if Young Bucks want to get the belts, they have to beat them.
Yep.
There's no triple threat here. TV title, Jay Lethal defending against Alberto El Patron. Jay Lethal's manager, Truth Martini. Will he be a factor? Because if he's a factor, could El Patron have a little thing up his sleeve, a little helper in a tuxedo?
This is true.
Could we have Rakato Rodriguez show up to help out and take care of Truth Martini and get a new TV champion?
This is true.
And finally, 4 corners, high-stakes survival match. Jay Briscoe taking on Elgin, Ciampa, and Hanson. 13th anniversary show will be available on IPPV directly after the live broadcast. So it's on regular pay-per-view. Right after the broadcast, it will be available on IPPV if you miss it on regular pay-per-view. And they just had their show in Atlanta, Georgia, and we want to tell you Ring of Honor returns to them, and tickets go on sale next week. But they return to Atlanta, Georgia, August the 29th. So it gives you enough time to get some money together.
August 29th. Hot Atlanta.
That's right. And so that's going to be it. I have some more stuff, but we're running low on time. And so we're going to go to part number 2.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for part 1. We got a lot of stuff in there. We got a lot of news in there. We'll be right back for part 2. We talk about WrestleMania 17.
WrestleMania 17. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, yes, we do. We'll be right back for part 2. Right here on Top Row Reality on the YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Carter.
We'll see you in a few.